Hey, it's Erica. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you all of the books that I have gotten recently. A couple of these are new releases, but the rest are books that are either like backlist that I know I want to read, or there's been some like editions coming out that I've been happy to get. So I'm going to start with the books that are part of more of like my backlist reading, where I'm like, I know I'm going to need to read these. I know that I want to read these because I like the author. I keep an eye out for like hardcover copies that I can pick up that are in good condition, so I prefer a hardcover copy. So I am slowly acquiring all of the hardcovers for The Wars of Light and Shadow by Wurts. I found this incredible used copy of Curse of the Mistwraith. This is book 1 of the series. Really excellent condition, and it did not cost an obscene amount of money, so I was very excited. I got this one, so I'll be adding it to my collection. I think I have 5 of the series in hardcover. Some of them are really hard to find, or they're just like more money that I want to spend, or the condition, obviously, because a lot of them are like older at this point. They're just not what I want to have. I prefer to have something that's like decent condition, if at all possible. So yes, I was incredibly excited to get this copy. So I really like Wurts. I'm in the middle of a Wurts series right now. So I'm very excited. Why am I holding this upside down? I don't know. I'm very excited to start on The Wars of Light and Shadow. When am I going to start on it? I don't know, but I know that I do want to, because I like Wurts. People who they've been reading fantasy a really long time, they love this series. They say it's extremely, it should be more well known than it is. I don't want to say underrated, because I feel like the people who know about it rate it very highly, but it seems like in kind of like mainstream mainstream book talking, maybe a lot of people are not talking about this, but I see it mentioned all the time in different fantasy communities online. So I am very excited to start on this series at some point, and I'm really glad that I got this copy. And then the next ones I'm gonna just show all at once, because I got the complete series. So it's 4 books, but it's just one series. So this is I got the Tad Williams, The Last King of Austin Ard. This is his sequel series to Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn. I really like Tad Williams, and I recently just got the full set of Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn from the Broken Binding, because they did that series as their monthly subscription box, and I get their monthly subscription box. So I have really beautiful editions now of that series, and I realized, man, again, as these books get a few years out, it's going to get harder and harder to get the hardcovers. Like I said, I prefer a hardcover. I already know I really like Tad Williams as an author, so I grabbed all 4 of the Last King of Austin Ard books. Let me show you. I have to say that book 2, I am super in love with this cover. I don't know why. I think it's stunning, right? The Empire of Grass, and it's incredibly vivid green. I just think it's beautiful. As soon as I saw this, I was like, man, I can't imagine if Broken Binding does end up doing this series as well as a special edition. I can't imagine how stunning their cover would be if this is just the normal cover and it's absolutely beautiful, which, as we all know, the cover of a book is the most important thing, right? How it looks. But then I gotta say, the second 2 covers, it is what it is. I was much more impressed by the first 2, but yeah, these are the second 2 books in it's the last 2 books in the series. So I have it now. I've got the complete Tad Williams Memory, Sorrow, and Thorn, and Tad Williams Last King of Austin Ard, so I can get started on these. Once again, this is part of my backlog reading, so when am I going to get started on these? I don't know, but I will, because I like Tad Williams, so I will be reading them at some point. The next books that I got, these are new releases or special editions that have just come to me. So I got Lightfall by Ed Crocker. I think that this is a debut novel by this author as well. I believe that this is about vampires. Let's take a look at the blurb. A novel of vampires, werewolves, and sorcerers, Lightfall is the stunning debut epic fantasy by Ed Crocker for fans of J. Kristoff's Empire of the Vampire and Richard Swan's The Justice of Kings. So this was also one of my most anticipated new releases of the year, so I got a copy right away when it came out. I'm extremely excited to read this because, and especially I just read one of my other most anticipated new releases for the year, The Outcast Mage by Annabelle Campbell. Loved it. I put up a review video about it. It was in my my like monthly reading update video that I did too, so I'm gonna link that if you want to learn more about it. But that was also a debut novel by that author. It was one of my most anticipated books of the year. I absolutely loved it. I'm hoping for another win with Lightfall for new releases, new author. I love seeing, you know, new authors that I can really get into, get excited about, and I'm hoping this one will be a win too. All right, and then the next one that I got, this was a special edition from the Broken Binding of Blood Over Brighthaven by M.L. Wang. They did everything by Broken Binding is incredible, so I feel so redundant saying it looks so beautiful, but like it does. It looks really beautiful. And I believe that oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. I believe that this is a standalone. I guess I should show that edge. It's a good edge. I think this is a standalone, right? Let's see. Yes, it is. The first woman ever admitted to a prestigious order of mages unravels a secret conspiracy that could change the practice of magic forever in this standalone dark fantasy from the author of The Sword of Kaigen. So I am incredibly excited to read this one. I know that people seem to really love this author. I don't know, was The Sword of Kaigen the first novel? It looks like it, or at least the first novel under her name. But yeah, look at that, always beautiful end pages. Yeah, end pages. I had to think about it for a minute. In my mind sometimes I say end pages when I mean edges. I say edges when I mean end pages. What are you gonna do? I think this one is also signed too. Let me see. It is. Yep, the author signed it. Yeah, I am very excited to read this. And once again, mages. I love mage stuff. So really excited. So glad that I got a beautiful edition from them. The next one that I got is the Barnes & Noble edition of, what is it? Dance of Shadows. This is the second book in a series by this author, Gourav Mohanty. Let me see. The first book I do also have, that was Sons of Darkness, right? So this one is not signed, but that's okay. I could have gotten what basically looked like the same edition from the Broken Binding. It looked basically the same except that it was signed, and I was like, I'll be real, I don't want to pay all of that, like the conversion from pounds to US dollar, and then it's probably like $20 US to ship it, right? Because it's coming from the UK. When I can get basically the same exact edition, but it's just unsigned, I'm okay with it being unsigned. I think this is going to be a trilogy, so I am currently waiting for it to be finished before I read this series, but this is just, it's really beautiful, and I am looking forward to having the finished series so I can get started on it. And then the last new book that I got, kind of a short group of books this month, which, you know what, is good, because my goal is acquiring books that are either like special editions for books that I've really been wanting, or books that I have like specific plans for. So I'm meeting my goals for obtaining new books. But the last one that I got is my February Broken Binding subscription box. They're doing a new series. This is The Mask of Mirrors by M.A. Carrick, and I believe that this is just the trilogy. It's Rook and Rose. Yeah, Rook and Rose. Yes, it is a trilogy. I don't know why. I don't know why I was struggling to remember that, but yeah, indeed, it is a trilogy. So you know, did I even show the edges? Look at this. I don't know. It's kind of a different style of edge than they normally do, but I like it. I don't really know what it means yet because I haven't read the series, but I'm excited. I'm excited to read it. Let's take a look at the Ed pages here. We got some people. Is anything? Oh yeah, got a mask on the front. Take a look at the back here. And whoop, let me get in here. Do we have a blurb? Let's say, yes, let's read part of the blurb together. Darkly magical and beautifully imagined, The Mask of Mirrors is the unmissable start to the Rook and Rose trilogy, a rich and dazzling fantasy adventure in which a con artist, a vigilante, and a crime lord must unite to save their city. So this is another series that I've been wanting to read for a while. I love that Broken Binding, for their monthly subscription, they work on like backlist production, you know, series that are already completed. So you don't have to worry about like getting books that, I don't know, maybe a series is never going to be finished or it's a series that's like, it's new and you don't know yet if the author is any good or if the series is any good and it's just kind of a roll of the dice. It's nice that Broken Binding focuses on series that are already known and really loved. So yeah, I'm excited for this one. I'm excited to get the next 2 books in the series to complete this trilogy as well. And those are all of my new books that I got. I have one book that I'm unhauling this month, and I'm gonna just grab it because it's like right here. So this is, I'm gonna part with Hey Hun. This is a nonfiction that I recently read. It's about MLMs, multi-level marketing. I'm gonna go ahead and call them pyramid schemes because that's what they are. This is a fine book. There's nothing wrong with it, but I've been reading about MLMs for like a really long time now, like a lot of years, and this was more of a book that I think would be really good for someone who doesn't know that much about MLMs, rather than someone who's already done a ton of reading about them. So I'm gonna give this to one of my friends, you know, who's not as weirdly obsessed with reading about MLM stuff as I am, because I think that she'll get more value out of this, because it was perfectly fine. I mean, if you want a book that's going to talk about like firsthand experience of what MLMs do, I think this was perfectly fine. It's just like I said, this book didn't teach me anything new because this is already a subject that I've had like a personal interest in for quite a few years now. But I think it's a great starting point if you don't know a lot about MLMs but you want to know more. That's all. That's my book update for the month. This was actually super short and I can't believe that it was so short, but you know what? Again, that's a good thing because I'm trying to be strategic in the books that I acquire, and I feel like we met that goal. For this month. But yeah, that's all I've got. Have you read any of these books, or do you plan to read any of these books too? Or are there books that you've recently gotten that you've really enjoyed? Let me know. Leave me a comment. That's all that I've got for you today. I really appreciate you stopping by. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time. Thanks.